Oh, the golden age of Thomas merch. When I think of Thomas merchandise, these are what I think of. Grew up with these as a child. The ERTL collection, absolutely stunning, and one of my favourite, if not my favourite, bits of merchandise they've ever produced for the show. Now, of course, being a golden era lover myself, season 1 to 5, like I said, these were my jam. But obviously, times move on, and Thomas has transitioned from period to period. Fortunately, we do now have that monstrosity, All Legends Go, but it is the 80th anniversary of Thomas and Friends this year. So 80th anniversary since the Railway series first came out, and they have decided to produce a few little bits of items to commemorate this. Now, most of it I'm really not interested in, but some of it, yeah, I'm a little bit intrigued by. So unfortunately, we're not unboxing these today. I know, sad, but they're in too nice condition. Can't justify unboxing these, especially an unpunched James. You know, one of the first run ones, paper face. No. So I'll put them to one side, but we're actually going to unbox these today. So they have released these push along Thomas DieCast metal range, I guess what they are, for the 80th anniversary. So I picked up Thomas, I picked up James. This is all going to be new territory for me. I specifically just wanted a few bits to commemorate the 80th anniversary of the Railway series. So I saw these and I thought, you know what? We're going to give these a go and see what they're like. Thomas because he's the main guy. James because he's my favourite character. So yeah, join me as we unbox these. And like I say, this is going to be a brand new adventure for me because never really done anything like this before. I'm either going to love it, I'm either going to hate it. Let's see. So yeah, anyone who's familiar with the show recently, of course, obviously since 2021, it was transitioned from the old original Thomas and Friends into All Legends Go, which I think has been a complete disaster from what I understand because the show is coming to an end now. And obviously Thomas is going to go into a bit of a limbo period. Who knows where the future lies for it. So to commemorate the 80th anniversary, and I think, you know, the likes of Mattel are starting to maybe realise, especially since they dropped the pilot this year. I think it sits at something like 4 million views, at least on their official channel. I think they're starting to realise there's still a big market and demand for the classic series. So a few lines have actually gone back to basics, and they've actually brought this out. Now this is based on the CGI series rather than the model series that I grew up with. But, you know, I still appreciate the fact that they're actually bringing stuff like this out to commemorate 80 years of the Railway series. It's really nice. And yeah, straight away I have to admit the packaging is actually really nice. You've got the classic Thomas and Friends logo. I'm absolutely loving the 80th anniversary logo as well. You've got the CGI Thomas there, which is quite nice. Like I say, these are metal die-cast collection as well. So another reason I wanted to give these a go. If they'd been plastic, I probably would have completely bypassed them if I'm honest. But being die-cast, I thought there might actually be a bit of quality there. And straight away, looking at the face inside the packaging, yeah, there does seem to be quite a nice bit of quality there. Have a quick turn over at the back. It's just all your usual jargon that you would normally get. Nothing special there. But I do like the fact you do have this nice created by Brittlecroft still with the classic logo there. Really nice that they still include that on all these things going forward. So yeah, I think no further ado, we need to get this unboxed. Now, from what I understand, there's actually a storybook variant of this as well. Now, that's the one I'm sort of keeping my eye out for. So it's actually got that classic image of Thomas coming out the tunnel from the book Thomas the Tank Engine. And yeah, it's meant to be a variant. I think there's a few extra little details. I think the face is meant to be different as well. And they've even actually done a Ruby version of this as well. I think they've slightly retooled this again for a Ruby version to celebrate the anniversary that Mattel are having with some of all their various lines. So yeah, if I see them, I might pick them up. So stay tuned for that. And wow, straight away, that's not what I was expecting feel wise, because yeah, it is is die-cast metal. It actually feels quality. This is probably the first bit of quality merchandise that I've felt in the modern era for quite some time. You've got Thomas in great big bold letters right underneath. And yeah, straight away I have to say, the detail is actually fairly nice. So yeah, let's go in a bit of closer look here. So obviously you've got all the lining around the sides, that's been done nicely. They've decided to include riveting on this as well, which is a really, really nice feature. Now I expected all this to be one mould, but if I'm not mistaken, the whistles there are actually separately fitted pieces, which is really, really nice. What I mean by that is obviously you've got the lamp there, which is actually part of the mould, but no, those whistles seem to be separately fitted. And the stickers are all applied really, really nicely. Yeah, there's actually not too much to complain about this. I think that face, as far as what I've seen in the CGI series, that face is a really, really good depiction of Thomas. And of course, obviously, you've got these couplings here, which I'm assuming could pull rolling stock. Like I say, they're called the push along line. And yeah, I have to admit, I'm actually quite impressed by this. Quite a nice little bit of merchandise there. Like I said, the coal's nicely done in the mould as well, and like I say, all the lining's been nicely done on the stickers, and the stickers have been applied nicely. A few little critiques, I suppose. I think the coupling rods look a little bit jarring because they're that high up. It doesn't look too bad from the side, but when you look from the front, I mean, it does look a little bit weird. I think they could have potentially moved them down a little bit further, or even attach them to the wheels so then it moved along. I mean, that they would have got bonus points for that. Yeah, other than that, really not too much I can nitpick about. They're a little bit lazy here. For some reason, you've got stickers on the front buffers, but then there's no stickers on the back buffers for some reason, which is a little bit strange. And one thing I am actually just started to notice is that the one doesn't seem to be quite dead center there. I don't know if that's a printing error or whether they've just come out like that or not, but yeah, the one I would have thought would have been more centered, but it seems to be more to the left, to the front of the boiler for some reason. But yeah, overall, actually really, really impressed with that. So I'm going to put Thomas to one side. We'll go in for a closer look in a sec. And he's rolling off. Okay. And now we've got James. Now James is a lot larger, as you can see, and that was Thomas going rolling off the side. So yeah, they are called push along for a reason. Clearly rolls very nicely. But yeah, same with the packaging again with James, fairly larger, so I'm really intrigued to see what this is like outside the box. Nice CGI depiction of James there, 80th logo. Got the engine's name and the classic Thomas and Friends logo. Not going to bother showing you at the back of the packaging again. There's really, really no point in that. So yeah, let's get this open. I have to admit, it's bringing me a bit of nostalgia actually opening something like this, considering, like I say, they're die cast and the packaging is almost similar, if not identical, to what the ERTLs were originally as well. So yeah, it's bringing back a lot of memories, opening up tons of these back in the 90s. And yeah, there is James. Again, as well, a fairly quality model. I'm not going to lie, I'm not too sure if I like this coupling system on the tender. I think that looks a little bit strange in terms of too far away from the cab. But yeah, overall, still quite nice. I mean, the face is quite good from what I've seen again of the CGI James. Nice detail there. I do like the cold on the coupling rods. And obviously the dome and the whistle, that's all done really, really nicely. Again, as well, the critique with the coupling rods is that you look to the side. It does look weird, but it doesn't look too as bad on James, I have to say. It doesn't look as bad at all. Now they've actually corrected this one, so you've actually got stickers on the back buffers as well as the front. Now maybe that's just a tender engine thing, maybe not. I have to admit, taking this one out though, it just doesn't seem as much quality as what Thomas did in terms of feel wise. I know it's still the same material, I know it's die-cast, it's still metal, it just doesn't feel as quality. But overall it looks it. I mean, they've got the 5 as good as dead spot on there on the tender. So you've got all the lining, they've included riveting all there as well, and the piping, and like I say, the gold lining, that's all done really, really nicely. And yeah, overall, fairly nice model. Like I say, that face is really, really nice. It definitely looks like the character from the show. Yeah, I think they've actually done quite a good job with these. I'm kind of glad I picked these up now, actually. There's one more item I have picked up, and that's going to be coming up in a later video as well. It's another brand new line I've never touched before, so stay tuned for that. But yeah, overall, quite glad I picked these up for the 80th anniversary, and I will be looking out for that Chase version of Thomas. But what I'll do is I'll put these down and we'll go in for a quick closer look. Yeah, so overall you could colour me impressed with these. And now I thought I owned one more of these, and I unboxed it a little while ago, going back some time actually ago on the channel. And yes, I was right, I've actually got the 75th Thomas that they did for the anniversary. Now I find it actually quite interesting. I moved James to the side for a second. You can actually tell that they've put a lot more effort into this actually. Well, in every aspect, really. I mean, separately fitted pieces attached to obviously this new 80th one. You know, they've got the cab definition correctly compared to this one flat. I'm sure they've done other depictations and it's looked a lot better, but I just thought it would be interesting to put one side by side for comparison. The faces are night and day in terms of obviously what he looks like, but at least I can test out these couplings now, and clearly that's not how they work, because I don't normally collect these. But yeah, just thought I'd bring that in for comparison. But like I say, overall, yeah, colour me impressed with these. I actually think for what they are, and considering there's not really any other type of merch out there, especially die-cast, yeah, are they a good supplement for the ERTLs? No, they're not. But at the same time, I do think they're actually alright. So yeah, thanks for watching that, everyone. Really hope you've enjoyed that little unboxing and review on the channel. Like I say, it's something completely different, something I've never really looked at before. Will I look out to buy more of these? Probably not. I got these two. I think they've done Henry and Percy, I think, for the 80th. I don't know if they did Gordon. Will I seek them out? Probably not. Like I say, I got Thomas because he's the main guy. James is my favourite character. I just thought it'd be nice to have a little comparison with obviously the OG die-cast merch and see how they stack up. And overall, yeah, they're not bad at all. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to like, comment down below and subscribe. Specifically comment down below if you own these, and especially if you were a fan of the ERTLs. How do you think these stack up in comparison? It's probably very hard to compare because it's two completely different toy lines. I more look at these as collector pieces, I suppose, realistically, even though they were toys back in the day, whereas this does look more of a toy to me personally. But yeah, interested to know what you think down in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. See you guys.